Alright, so found an old video I made from a couple months ago. I think it was like the end of 2019. And I was just going over my budget, and this is before I bought a house and I was just like living at home. And now that I actually have a house, I kind of miss those days a little bit. So I'm just gonna play the video and let you guys, I guess, just see a different. This is just me a year ago. So, and I'll give some context too. So I graduated from college in 2018 in whatever summer time that time frame, did a little bit of traveling, came back, just kind of like, I'll be honest, I just kind of smoked weed all day and just like hung out with my friends. I didn't really do shit. And then started working as a tennis instructor part time, but it wasn't really anything serious. And then in February of 2019, I got my actual first job as a software developer. And basically, from February of 2019 to February of 2020, I was just living at home, saving hella money so I could buy this house. And this is just what I was doing during that time, how I spent my money, and enjoy it. Like, I think hopefully a lot of people have either been here, are currently here, or will be here soon. So just kind of see what it's like. Because I'll be honest, if you looked at me, you couldn't tell I was doing shit. But then now it's like, then you can sort of see what it blossomed into. So enjoy the grind, guys. All right, so today we're going to be taking a look at my budget for 2019. This is my recent college graduate, first year fully employed budget. So let's see what 82K a year breaks down to on paper. Let's start off with the number we all care about here, which is going to just be our income. So that's super simple. This is just pre-tax, what I write on my tax return, and that's going to be 82,000 a year. And since this is a monthly budget, we're going to divide that by 12, and we're looking at a whopping $6,833 that I get as income every month, and that's before anything gets taken out. So let's bring us to the first reality check. We have our taxes, and I get 3 taxes deducted. So I get federal tax, Medicare, and then Social Security. All right, ran out of room there. All right, so federal tax is $998 per month, and that's just going to be based on your tax bracket, so how much income you make, plus like marital status, if you have any dependents, etc., etc. In my case, I'm a single person, let's go single AF, making 82K a year, so that's what I end up paying in federal tax. Medicare is about $100 a month, and then Social Security is about $420 a month, actually $423 a month, 0.68. Hopefully that's readable. All right, that's actually not readable, but you guys heard me say it, so we'll just move on from here, which brings the total amount I actually pay in taxes every month to about $1,521, which is probably more than some part-timers even make, and that's just me paying it straight to the government. All right, and now another figure we're probably going to be interested in seeing is going to be, the post-tax income. So this is basically the deposit I receive into my bank account every month. So even though my income is $6,000 and $6,800 a month after all these taxes get taken out, what I actually get in my bank account is $5,312. All right. So on to the next loss of my monthly money. It's going to be my savings and investing. So this isn't something that you have to do, but I strongly encourage everybody watching this video to have some form of savings and investing that you have automatically getting deducted from your paycheck. That's if you're working full-time, or even if you're part-time, it's still probably a good idea. So I take out money for my 401k, which is through my employer. I also have a Roth IRA just through Vanguard. I encourage you guys to get set up with one of those if you don't have one already. And then we also have, as Dave Ramsey would love, my emergency fund. So how much money goes to each of these? Let's take a look. 410 I put into my 401k. And that is just 6% of my salary because that's the max that my employer matches. So my employer also puts $410 into this every month, but that's vested over 2 years. Who knows how long we'll be there for? We get $500 into my Roth IRA. So for the Roth IRAs, you get a $6,000 annual max if you're, I think, under the age of 50, somewhere in that range. I'm not even close, so I don't even know the number. But for me, it's the 6,000, which breaks down to $500 every month I get to put in there. And then I get another $500 a month towards my emergency fund, and I'm going to keep doing that until I hit my 3 months of expenses margin. I'm actually already at that right now, but I'm planning on buying a home soon, so that'll cause it to go up a lot, so we'll just go ahead and keep this money here. And I am running low on paper. So once I'm done saving my money, what do we actually have to have fun with? And that is going to be $3,902, and I like to consider this my disposable income. So that's after I get all my adult stuff paid for, taxes and saving and investments, then this is kind of like the money that I get to use my free will to decide what to spend it on. I think you could argue the same thing for savings and investing, but I like to just treat that as mandatory no matter what. So that's my disposable income. Now let's get into the fun stuff, which is going to be my expenses. And for my expenses, I only have 3 categories. I think this is going to just depend a lot on your current situation. For me, I'm a recent college grad. I really don't spend any money at all for the most part, and I live at home. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So we have my rent expense, and then we have what I like to call my me expense. So that's basically food, gas, alcohol, hanging out with friends, whatever kind of fun stuff, concerts, etc., etc. And then we also have another goal of mine, which is a down payment on a home. Which, funny enough, I actually just got my offer accepted and getting all that stuff worked out now, so I'll probably make a video on that later. So rent, this is the mom special right here for $400 a month for this lovely room. Maybe I'll make a video showing you what that $400 gets me in Seattle at my mom's house. And then for me, I normally spend about $900 a month, and that includes, food, gas, etc. I'd say probably about $600 of that $900 is just me eating out and buying coffee. Gotta support that lifestyle. And then in terms of the down payment, I basically put the remainder of my money towards the down payment, which is gonna be about $2,600 per month towards my down payment. So, and I believe if we actually crunch the numbers, that leaves me with $2, which I'll probably just also spend, maybe get that extra large Americano, or sorry, get that extra large mocha. But there you guys have it. That's how my budget breaks down. All right, so to help us visualize what we talked about, listing out all the expenses, I have put it all in a nice little pie chart here. So I'm just going to go over sort of each section and just my general thoughts on my own budget, whether I think it's a good use of money, a bad use of money, and that kind of stuff. So to start off with, we have our first section, taxes. So 22% of my money goes to taxes, which is pretty standard for working class, middle class people, unfortunately. Maybe, hopefully when I'm super rich, this number will be much smaller. But for now, that's 22%, and this is for Social Security tax, Medicare, and the federal income tax. I'll probably end up getting about as much out of the government programs as I'm putting into it, just given my income and age. So I think that'll actually work out okay for me. I'm not too hurt over this number here. Savings and investing. I'm saving and investing 20% of my income, which is above, I believe, the suggested 10%, but I guess you could debate whether 10% is even enough to retire nowadays. I really want this number to be much higher, like 50% of my income, and hopefully after I get a living situation sorted out, this number will go up, but that's where it is for now. Rent, this is probably the lowest my rent is ever going to be in my whole life. I'm happy with how cheap it is, but I'm also not happy with having to share a home with my family at the age of 23. So I'm actually not happy. I want this number to be higher so I can have a place to myself. This is probably the only area of my budget where I'd say, okay, that's way too high. I really don't think I need to spend $900 a month. It's mostly just like getting out of my house to go to bars to hang out with friends, so hopefully that number will at least stay the same as my income increases and my other expenses go up, or if not, go down a little bit. I think there's really no need for me to spend over $600 a month on just like getting by style stuff, so that would be probably ideal. But $300 isn't really enough
worth, in my opinion, beating yourself up over. So let's go ahead and splurge it. And then the down payment, $2,600. So that's how much I'm saving towards my down payment every month. Unfortunately, when I actually purchase my home, I have gotten the mortgage quotes, and it looks like my mortgage payment is also going to be around that much. So the budget will stay about the same. And then I'm also guessing that this $400 in rent here is probably going to end up going towards property taxes and et cetera, et cetera. So I'll update you guys with my post home budget, but this is what it's looking like. And someone's telling me this number, which is the number I really care about, because that's like my buying designer clothes, eating at fancy restaurants budget, is probably not going to go up anytime soon. But that's my budget, guys. Please comment your thoughts, comment your budgets. I really hope that people can kind of spread the word on how they use their money. I think not a lot of people talk about it, and we should, because it's probably one of the most important choices you can make in your life. So I encourage you guys to do this. Go through this exercise on your own with your own budget, and why not upload a video of it? Get the word out. All right, take care. Happy 2020.